The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Induction. New details. The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga, Part 1 of 9. Stage, the Logical Soul Tribe Family. Branch, the Spiritual National Guard Parable and/or which consists of the Perfect Love Infantry 9 and the double rank chapters thereof. Its base and/or its purpose and/or its overall meaning for being a parable. The unification of every melanated man, woman, and child within the United States of America. The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga Part 2 of 9. Stage, the Exodus Soul Tribe Family, uniting every black man, woman, and child within the North American continent, being the base of this story. Its branch, the Spiritual Army Parable, and consisting of the Perfect Love Soldiers. Its base and/or its foundational meaning, once again, uniting the black people of North America. Continuing, the Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga, Part 3. Stage, the Super Soul Tribe Family. Branch, the Spiritual Navy Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love Sailors, and its base and/or its foundational meaning for the parable, uniting every melanated man, woman, and child within the black North American continent, or uniting every melanated man, woman, and child within the North American continent and the South American continent together to become N.A.S.A, North America and South America united. The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga, Part 4 of 9. Stage, the Cosmic Soul Tribe Family Stage. Branch, the Spiritual Marine Corps Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love Marines and its base and/or its foundation, uniting all of Black, North, and South America with Africa. Next, the Soul King's Military Entrenchment, Part 5 of 9. Stage, the Free Soul Tribe Family. Branch, the Spiritual Coast Guard Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love Coasties and/or the Perfect Love Coast Guardsmen. Base and/or foundation of meaning of the parable. After N.A.S.A Africa, it's uniting every melanated man, woman, and child, or using N.A.S.A Africa to unite every melanated man, woman, and child within Australia, Europe, or Australia first, or Oceania, then Asia, and then Europe, all at once. I omitted this detail in the previous video. I'm going to correct it now. Stage 6. I'm still saying it wrong, actually. Here, I'm going to try Part 5 again. The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga, Part 5 of 9. Stage, the Free Soul Tribe Family. Branch, the Spiritual Coast Guard Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love Coasties and the Perfect Love Coast Guardsmen. And its base, uniting every melanated man, woman, and child, or using the N.A.S.A Africa unification force to unite the people of Australia. We're going to go one continent at a time so my story can fit. Then after Australia is united, then Part 6, the Established Soul Tribe Family Stage. Branch, the Spiritual Public Health Services, PHS Parable. Don't forget, I'm making this up as I go. I'm making this all up as I go. Consisting of the Perfect Love Soldiers, the Spiritual Public Health Services branch, and its foundational base. In Part 6 will be to unite every melanated man, woman, and child of the world, the Established Soul Tribe Family Stage. Next, the Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga, Part 7 of 9. 7. The Nirvanic Soul Tribe Family Stage. Branch, the Spiritual National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administrative, or NOAA Corp Services Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love NOAA Corp Officers Parable, and its base and/or its foundational meaning. And 7, the Crown, the Mahaparinirvanic Sun Souls State. Even though it says Nirvanic, it's still going to be Mahaparinirvanic. I messed up on this detail in the previous video. So it's going to be like, Part 6 is going to be the World Advanced. Part 5, yeah, I was correct the first time because I have it written here. It's planned to be the World's United. Part 5, which is the Free Soul Tribe Family Stage, is going to be the World United, where N.A.S.A Africa goes after 3 continents at one project, and that's Project 5. You see, coded with, also to blended with Everybody Comes Home project. And then Project 6 was supposed to be the World Advancing. You dig what I'm saying? We get established as what we are, united world. And then we begin to move forward. And then Project 7, when you get to the crown aspect. The crown is all of us together. This is why I had to land Project 7's description or explanation as to how the plan is going to work so it can be more structured and organized towards us uniting globally. I had to rearrange it like this. And at its base is the Sun Soul's Mahaparinirvanic. It's the Sun Soul's Mahaparinirvanic. Then you got the Father's Mahaparinirvanic. And you got the Mother's. So again, just to master this before moving forward, 5 will be consisting of the world actually uniting. 6 will be consisting of the world advancing together in the United States. Or in the, want to say, global African state. The global African United State. Because we're going to, in the process of us all uniting, I have a depiction unto our minds that we will call this entire planet one continent. And it's going to be Africa and/or Alkebulan, or and/or, as he said, Alkebulan. And the Africa is going to be spelt with an A-F-R-A-K-A. Africa. Why? Because what it translates to, Af, A-F, meaning first, Ra, the Egyptian mythology god of the sun, translates to the sun. First sun soul, Ra. Well, Ra wasn't the first sun soul. He was just the Michael Jordan of the Jesuses that incarnated through our family members in our past days. And then you have Ka, which is soul, like Merkaba. Light, soul, body, Mer. Light, Ka, soul, body, Ba, Merkaba, right? The entire planet is going to be called Africa. But then soon it's going to be called Alkebulan. But then I'm still going to be sitting here like, let's call it the Father's heart, not your Mother Earth. We'll get to that point though. So stage 7, once again, the Nirvanic Soul Tribe family stage. I'm just trying to make this make more sense, and I'm just talking through it in this regard. The Spiritual National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration NOAA Corp Services Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love NOAA Corp officers, and its base and/or its foundational purpose for being a parable in the first place is the Sun Soul's Mahaparinirvanic achievements, or achieving this. Of course, there's many more details in it, like the ranks and the rank chapters and things of that nature, but I'm just giving you the titles right now because this is the induction. This is the induction right here. Soul King's Military Entrenchment Induction. Look up what the word induction means. It's how you hypnotize somebody. So I'm trying to hypnotize everybody in the world into believing they are the true God of love and life. Moving along. The Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga Part 8 of 9. Stage, the Paranirvanic Soul Tribe family. It says Paranirvanic, but it's still going to be a Mahaparinirvanic, because that's the ultimate goal there, to get you to the Mahaparinirvanic mentally. That's the ultimate goal. So even though stage 7 says Nirvanic and stage 8 says Paranirvanic, it's still going to be at base the Mahaparinirvanic for something else. These are new details minorly. These are minor new details for the military parables, because let's never forget it's all connected, and it's all to introduce you and/or lead you to a state of being the true God of force and love, or the true God of love and life. The true God of love and life. For God is the force of love and life. God is the force of love and life. The true God is the force of love and life. And all of these things that I'm saying to you are subliminally leading you to this state of thinking. God's kingdom is our emotion. God's kingdom is our emotion. God's kingdom principles are our emotion. One emotion. Moving along. Branch, the Spiritual Air Force Parable, consisting of the Perfect Love Airman, base and/or foundational meaning for this parable to be manifested. The Heavenly Father's Mahaparinirvanic. Stage 8 harbors the Heavenly Father's Mahaparinirvanic. I got this wrong in the previous video. I'm just recorrecting it now. When I was talking about the stages the last time. And now, the Soul King's Military Entrenchment Saga Part 9 of 9, the final stage. This one is the Mahaparinirvanic Soul Tribe family stage. branch, the spiritual space force parable, consisting of the perfect love guardians and the foundational base meaning for this parable to be pushed out here to probably be manifested, the ethereal mother's Mahaparinirvanic state. The ethereal mother's Mahaparinirvanic state. Next, I want to tell you about the 18 Loka parables of the spiritual Olympic soul games and or the 18 Loka parables of the Soul King's Idolgar Foundation. The first 9 Lokas, consisting of the Loka parables of the Soul King's Idolgar Foundation. Loka 1, once again titled the Logical Soul Tribe Family Loka, Patalala Loka, the Roots Loka, or the lowest version of the Root Loka. My idol grounds being the 9 chakra system and things of the nature. I just want to tell you the titles for right now. But it's essentially just a repeat of all of the Soul Tribe family titles, because this is what I'm trying to make you all, the Soul Tribe families. Soul Tribe people. Now, the 18 Loka parables of the spiritual Olympic soul games. I have calculated 9 Lokas. Then I have calculated here the 4 Loka parables and another 4 Loka parables. You see. So it's going to be essentially 3 groups to label and describe to you here. Just titles though. Just titles. And what is Loka? Loka is a Sanskrit word meaning planet, place, or plane. So that means the God's kingdom principle Loka, or the God kingdom Loka that's within us all is our emotion. The God kingdom Loka within us all is our emotion. Moving along. The 9 Loka parables of the Soul King's Idolgar Foundation. Loka 1, the Logical Soul Tribe Family Loka, Patalala Loka, the Lower Root Loka. Loka 2, the Exodus Soul Tribe Family Loka, Rastalala Loka, the Lower Sacral. Loka 3, the Super Soul Tribe Family Loka, Mahatalala Loka, the Lower Solar Plexus Loka. Why am I saying the Soul King's military entrenchment stages are all lower Lokas? Because they're going to take us to the higher ones and kick all of the evil out of we. It's a military invading the mind-heart spaces of the world. It's a military invading the mind-heart spaces of the world. It's just in the form of ideas that are called soul tribe stages. I'm speaking something into the world that's going to cause the evil in it to fall down, so the good in it can rise up. Loka 5, or Loka 4, the Cosmic Soul Tribe Family Loka, Talat Talala Loka, the Lower Heart Loka. So you got the African Unity or the N.A.S.A African Unity as the Lower Heart Loka? Sure do for this story, because we're not all the way free yet. You got to be all the way free, all the way free. You'll be all the way free when you're ready to abandon those country and continent names. Loka 5, the Free Soul Tribe Family Loka, Satalala Loka, the Lower Vishuddha Loka, meaning lower throat Loka. Loka 6, the Established Soul Tribe Family Loka, Vitalala, the Lower Third Eye Loka. Loka 7, the Nirvanic Soul Tribe Family Loka, Atala Loka, the Lower Crown Loka. Loka 8, the Paranirvanic Soul Tribe Family Loka, Bur, the Higher Root. Now here we step into the earthly plane Lokas, or the earthly planes, where we are back into reality now. Once we come to Loka 8, the infinite dimensional thinking mind state, and we have our infinite dimensional thinking mind base space. You need to be extremely intelligent in order to beat this. This is why I'm saying all of these words I'm saying here. Loka 9, the Mahaparinirvanic Soul Tribe Family Loka, Buvar Loka, the Higher Sacral Loka. And now we are entering into the heavenly Lokas, starting here at Loka 9. And then you got the 1 Loka parable of the Soul King's idol actual self. Loka 10, titled The I Self. Every youth, everybody's soul eternally living free Loka. The Savarga, the Higher Solar Plexus Loka. The more you learn, the more you rise. I'm going to be using the Saturn ion theory, or the Saturn atom theory, the Saturn atom philosophy from here on out. And what is the Saturn atom philosophy? The one that isn't necessarily based on the world's atom as we know it, the structure of the world's atom as we know it. My entire philosophy was based on the structure of the world's atom for the longest time. And it's because of that I was getting a lot of my theories and a lot of my explanations wrong, and or I didn't have them properly set up to be explained or narrated to you with proper balance from a balanced foundation. My Saturn atom theory consists of the protons being inside of the nucleus, the electrons being inside of the nucleus, and the neutrons being the nucleus and the orbital at once. And if the neutrons was the orbital of the atom, it would look a lot like Saturn, you see. So again, I personally believe, and/or I am going to start utilizing the image of the atomic molecule that manifests its work in the form and/or image and/or shape of Saturn. My atomic molecule, in my mind, when it works and/or it moves, it manifests in the image of the planet Saturn. Why? For balance. Balance. The electron orbital looks chaotic and imbalanced, but a neutron orbital will look balanced perfectly. This is why. And everything from here on out is going to be staged on that versus how it was before. So I just told you Loka 10, and Loka 10 was, remember this, the 18 Loka parables. Loka 10 was the I self Loka, every youth, everybody, the soul's eternally living free Loka, the Savarka Loka, meaning the higher solar plexus. Now we move on. The 18 Loka parables of the Soul King Spiritual Olympic Soul Games, or the Soul King's Idol Guard Foundation, but it's just incorporated. It got a whole lot of other titles incorporated in it. And now the next title, the 4 Loka parables of the Soul King's Great Idol Fathers. Loka 11, the 9 Great Soul Captain Fathers, Loka Mahar, the Higher Heart Loka. These are going to be mental qualities and characters that are going to form reconnection scenarios, reconnection scenario fathers. That's what these characters are going to be. I have 36 of them in total. And for this, the 18 Loka parables of the Soul King Spiritual Olympic Soul Games, I also have them incorporated into this parable here as a story to tell you that once you hear it, it can help you reconnect with the life source of the universe, the infinite life source. I have 36 fathers selected that'll be of reconnection scenario knowledge, stories, and narrations that can help reconnect you to the life source characteristics. Why not allow the light's personality to dominate reality? Why are we letting evil's personality dominate reality? Why not allow the light's personality to dominate reality through us all? Evil is doing it through us all. Loka 12, the 9 Great Soul Major Fathers. Here's how I pronounced it. The 9 Great Soul Major Fathers, Loka. Jana, the Higher Vishuddha Loka. That's how I pronounced it. Okay. The 9 Great Soul Major Fathers, Loka. Jana, the Higher Vishuddha Loka. That's how I said it. Okay. Loka 11, the 9 Great Soul Captain Fathers, Loka. Mahar, the Higher Heart Loka. Loka 12, the 9 Great Soul Major Fathers, Loka. Jana, the Higher Vishuddha Loka. Loka 13, the 9 Great Soul Lieutenant Colonel Fathers, Lokas. Tapa, the Higher Third Eye Loka. And Loka 14, the 9 Great Soul Colonel Fathers, Loka. Satya, the Higher Crown Loka. You see, remember I said 18 though, but I just gave you the original 14 Lokas. So now I got the 4 outer Loka parables of the Soul King's Great Idol Leadership. The first one was called the 4 Loka parables of the Soul King's Great Idol Fathers, and this one will be called the 4 outer Loka parables of the Soul King's Great Idol Leadership. Loka 15, the Artificial Devil Standard Loka, Prakriti. Originally, Prakriti is listed as a root aspect, but for this, I am applying it as a lower Earth Star Chakra Loka. Outer 4, remember? So that means there's 2 outside for the bottom and 2 outside for the heavenly. 2 outside for the lower hell Lokas and 2 outside for the higher heavenly Lokas. And those 2 outside they'll still happen to be the Earth Star Chakra and the Soul Star Chakra. And the Earth Star Chakra is going to come with 2 lower Lokas to talk about, or 1 lower Loka to talk about and 1 higher Loka to talk about. And then the Soul Star Chakra, same thing, 1 lower Loka to talk about and 1 higher Loka to talk about for this parable to work. The outer 4 Loka parables of the Soul King's Great Idol Leadership. Loka 15, the Artificial Devil Standard Loka, Prakriti, originally listed as a root aspect, but applying it as the title for a lower Earth Star Loka. Loka 16, the Artificial Devil Self Loka, the Kama Loka, originally listed as a sacral aspect, applying it as the title for a lower Soul Star Loka. And Loka 17, the National or the Natural Soul Standard Loka, Manasa. Manasa was originally listed as a solar plexus aspect, but for this one I am applying it as the title for a higher Earth Star Loka. And then finally, Loka 18, the natural actual selves Loka, the Buddhi Loka. Originally listed as a heart aspect, but for this I am applying it as a higher soul star Loka, the Buddhi Loka. And why am I doing it? So you can also have awareness of these Lokas here and why they reside to some degree where they reside at. And now the final one. This is a rewritten version of the Soul King's Idol Foundation so I can have it more memorized into my mind. And yes, I have been going through this and studying these things over and over again. That's Loka 10 there that I just told you about. So now, this third part of the explanation, this is a rather a revelation right here, so to speak. A revelation. So check it out, right? As I was talking about earlier with the Saturn atom theory, the Saturn atom philosophy. When I first started, I was going off what I was basing my entire philosophy off of what the world has as the atomic molecule's image and or how it works. You follow me? But now I'm going to go off of how I see the atomic molecule working, which manifests in the image of Saturn. But check it out though, right? It's because of this change up, I recognize that I was right and wrong on a lot of things since the day I first started talking. My desire is just to be right on things so I can bore the sword in and or in the spiritual sense, pull the sword out and forsheathe it. You follow what I'm saying? Because the sword is already in us in the spirit. Sword is already in there. But in the physical, I am putting the sword in you verbally, which is just simply going to bring the awareness that the sword is already in you. You follow me? One that you can pull out. One that you can defeat, because I did select a whole bunch of villains that can be defeated, remember? But here, check this out, right? So, I was saying that Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, 600 protons were of our subconscious mind, 60 electrons, I was saying was of our physical body, and then the 6 neutrons I was saying was of our conscious mind. That's what I was saying at first, right? But then with this new revelation that appeared, it turns out the electromagnetic waves of the brain, the electromagnetic waves of brain chemistry. When you study these things, when you study those things thereof, you'll find that the electrons are in the conscious mind, the protons are in the subconscious mind, and the neutrons are of the physical body. The Saturn atom theory, the Saturn atom theory. The neutrons are of the physical body, the electrons are of the conscious mind, and the protons are of the subconscious mind's heart. So in a way, I was right and wrong, if I want to see it like this, since the beginning. Because the reason why I'm going off of the Saturn atom theory is because it's like a car battery. It's like a car battery. Every single car in the world has their proper functioning from a positive and negative charge inside of their engine, don't they? This is my Saturn atom theory. It's a more simplistic way of comprehending the functioning of an atom. In my opinion, it is. So, for the third part of this here parable of the Soul King's military entrenchment induction, the third part, there's also a fourth one too, but for the third one, it's titled The Chakra Celestial Hierarchies and or the God's Kingdom Principles. The purpose of me saying all of the Soul King's military's first 9 to turn the 18 Loka parables into what's going to be installed into our brains and or our psyche spaces temporarily. And then what they're going to manifest and or bring about are the God's Kingdom Principles, which consist of the 21 spiritual power celestial hierarchies. 21 spiritual power celestial hierarchies. 21 of them. The names of them. For first, the conscious mind, or the conscious mind's locus, what I am going to consider the home of the electron energy for this to work. This is the home of the electron energy in the conscious mind. And the chakras and or spiritual power grounds being described here are of the soul star chakra, the crown chakra, the akasha chakra, and or the earth star chakra. Remember, all of the energies are omnipresent anyways. But see, that's where the confusion resides right there as well too, because I really had in my mind the source being the heart of hearts at first, but then As time went along, you all have more things to say about the conscious mind being where source derives from. But here, the first one are the first hierarchy is the 10 Tanmatras. The second one being the 10 praniforms. Third one being the 10 chakra system. Fourth, the 72,000 nadis. Nadis meaning channel or tube in Sanskrit. Fifth being the 7 aura layers. And sixth being the 7 energy bodies. And seventh being the 9 solfeggio healing frequencies. These are God's kingdom principles, in my opinion. The information out here that tells us thereof. Second, the subconscious mind, where the 600 protons may reside. I'm still looking into it. The egoic mediators celestial hierarchy. The first one was called the life force sources celestial hierarchies aspects, and this one is called the egoic mediator celestial hierarchy aspects. All of the Greek gods, Orishas, angels, spirits, all of them are aspects of human capabilities. All of them are human abilities, human aspects, human traits, human things that you can do. Or should I say soul man, not human, soul man. All of the spirits and all of the world's information, Orishas, Greek gods, like I just said, soulman capabilities, all of them. The 12 principal deities in the Greek gods, Greek mythology, they may not actually be the primary deities. It may be the minor gods, which are the ones that are the most important that we should know about. The 12 ones are just trying to control the minor gods' capabilities as they move through the people. That could be what it is. The subconscious mind locus, and or the egoic mediator celestial hierarchy aspects. The chakras and our spiritual powers being described. Third eye chakra, throat, and heart chakras for this one. The 8th hierarchy, the 10 angel numbers. The 9th hierarchy, the 10 angel choirs. The 10th hierarchy, the 20-dimensional Kabbalah chakra system. The 20-dimensional Kabbalah chakra system. It's the reason why I'm telling you all of these things. 11, the 14 locus, which came from all of the other ones. 12, the 7 levels of consciousness. See how it's all connected. 13, the 7 planes of nature. 14, the 7 planes of existence. You see. And then third, the unconscious mind locus and or the somatic meridians celestial hierarchies aspects. The chakras and our spiritual powers being described in this one, the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, root chakra, and or earth star chakras, all connected. Number 15 being the 14 meridians. Number 16 being the 361 pressure points. Number 17 being the 7 higher nature organs. Number 18 being the 9 divine senses. Number 19 being the 8 planets of the solar system. You count 7, I count 8, while knowing that there are an infinite amount of them. And number 20, the 7 ethereal subplanes. And number 21, the 14 spiritual mannerisms. The 14 spiritual mannerisms. Those are what you will call God's kingdom principles. Our one emotion described as one. Described in one moment. These are the things with my Soul King's techniques. With my one style of Soul King's techniques. I'm going to push these 3 things into your world in order to establish the God Kingdom principles worldwide. And the God Kingdom principles are our logical emotion. This video is just going to be for details. Now it's time to start freestyling even more. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you for the purpose they were designed and constructed to reach you for, your well-being, as well as the awareness of the King in which stands upon the kingdom for your well-being, thine own mind, heart spaces, if that makes sense to you. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.